I believe we are only months out from the final financial crisis, which will necessitate the biggest round of money printing ever seen in world history, which was 2020. And before that, 2008. It always gets bigger, and it will this time too. And this one should destroy the dollar. I am seeing signs in the bond market. I'm seeing signs in the yen. I'm seeing signs in even the gold and silver miners that we're almost there. And I'm seeing this tone being echoed in many different spheres, not just in the gold and silver community. So I am still saying prepare calmly and rationally and step by step, and try not to become too overly emotional.
Rafi Farber is a prominent financial analyst known for his insights into economic trends and precious metals. In this video, Rafi Farber anticipates a looming major financial crisis and highlights oversold levels in gold and silver miners. The gold/silver ratio has pushed back up to resistance of 83-1, indicating that silver has fallen into oversold territory. In trading on Wednesday, shares of Silver Crest Metals Incorporation entered into oversold territory, changing hands as low as $4.37 per share. Furthermore, Rafi states that Chinese gold and silver premiums dipped briefly due to possible eased import restrictions, but they are now increasing again. On the morning of September 26th, Shanghai was charging 5.31% higher for an ounce of gold than the global spot price. By the afternoon's close, the premium had risen to 5.48%. Gold was down 3.8% on the Shanghai Gold Exchange, closing the final day of the trading week only $10 per ounce higher than the international spot price, according to calculations by Bloomberg, and virtually eliminating the record high price premium that had persisted through September. Gold and silver prices are solidly lower in midday U.S. trading Wednesday, with December gold futures notching a 6.5-month low and dropping below psychological support at $1,900. Now, we are presenting the clips of Rafi Farber's insights from his recent video. Before we continue to delve into this discussion, please subscribe to our channel and activate the bell icon for timely updates.
This is the gold to the Huey ratio. Now, this is the ratio of gold to gold stocks. Now, these circle points that I put here are the most oversold. The higher this ratio is, the lower gold stocks are. These are miners and streamers and silver stocks as well. It's all mixed together in the Huey Gold Index, Gold Bugs Index, I think it's called. So we see here the all-time high, meaning the all-time low for gold stocks, was in 2015 at gold bear market bottom. We saw here another high, meaning another low in gold stocks at the March 2020 crash. And here was the recent low in gold stocks when silver went down to, I think, $16 and gold went down to $1,620. Now, we are right here about 9.1 to 9.5 on the weekly candle here. And we very rarely, if ever, well, only twice in history, go more oversold than this on gold stocks. Only once in March 2020 and once at the 2015 bear market bottom. And if you could buy here, would you, knowing in retrospect what happened? Yeah. Would you buy here, knowing in retrospect what happened after March 2020 crash? Yeah. And would we all buy here if we had known what would happen, when silver went from $16 to what it is now? Would we have wanted to buy? Yeah. Well, we're in that territory again. And this applies to Fortuna as well. And Fortuna is one of the better silver miners out there. And silver miners, by the way, are even crazier than this. And I'll show you in a second. But of the three spikes in the gold to Huey ratio, right? Three of these spikes, three of the five, I think, were financial crises. This is the dot-com bubble bursting over here. This is the 2008 financial crisis. And this is the 2020 COVID lockdown crisis. So are we headed to another financial crisis? The gold and silver stocks seem to suggest, yes, we are. Now look at this. This is the silver to silver miners index. Now, we have never been this oversold in silver miners, which includes, of course, our sponsor, Fortuna Silver Mines. But look what happens when we reach these levels. Twice before we've reached these levels, not quite where we are now. We're more oversold than ever before in history of this index, which only goes back to 2010. But still, look, we have the all-time high, meaning the all-time low in gold stocks. This was the 2015 bear market bottom in silver miners. And what happened after we hit this bottom? Was there time to buy? No, immediately just boom, goes down to an all-time low, right? Meaning the silver stocks to an all-time high relative to silver. And then again in 2020 here, we reach that near all-time high, and then boom, just goes right back down to a major low, meaning a major high in silver stock. But we're right at that level again. What do you think is going to happen here? Could it go more oversold from here? Yeah, it could, but we're pretty close. We're probably pretty close given that we've never been this oversold. Chinese gold and silver premiums. I want to take a snapshot on this. I thought last week that perhaps the People's Bank of China was relaxing its import restrictions, or so-called import restrictions. They're not really hard restrictions. They're more like, rumors in the media that they were allowing more gold imports and that the premium would fall. The Chinese premium on gold and silver would fall, but it's not happening. It happened for a week, very, very briefly. You see on this little spike down here, but the premium is headed back up again. We are at 5.31%. This is excluding this spike over here. This is an all-time high. If we move to silver, we're seeing the same thing. We saw a spike to about just under 11%, and we're headed back up now to 8.04%. So this premium seems to be sustaining itself.
During the interview, Rafi Farber discussed the silver market, mainly focusing on activities within the JP Morgan vault. 2.13 million ounces of silver transferred from registered to eligible at JP Morgan on top of yesterday's transfer of 2.58 million ounces for a total of 4.71 million ounces. Michael Lynch posted on his Twitter, both the October silver and gold first day deliveries are a clean sweep with non-banks doing all the selling and bank doing nearly all of the buying. Plus, 11 ton of gold transfers out of registered at MTB's vault, dropping COMEX total by 3.2%. The gold market has room to fall further and even test support at $1,800 an ounce after falling below $1,900 for the first time since March. However, any short-term weakness does not change the long-term fundamental bullish outlook for the precious metal, according to one market analyst. Let's get back to the interview.
With this week's silver report, and we will start off with what is going on in the JP Morgan vault this week. JP Morgan has moved 4.718 million ounces out of the registry. It's not JP Morgan itself, it's their clients who are storing silver bars with their vault. In the last 2 days, almost 5 million ounces. Now, this is the total registered supply. We are at 37 million ounces. That red line is where is the 40 million ounce mark. Very rarely is the registered silver supply below 40 million, but it has been below 40 million since 2022. And it remains there, and I believe it will go even lower, and here's why. This is the JP Morgan vault. They have this is the registered stockpile of the JP Morgan vault, right? It says 17.54 million ounces left. The line here, you can't see here because we were at about 22 million just a few days ago before this 5 million ounce drain out of the registered supply. And we've seen this before, twice before actually, where we have a huge spike in registered supply and then it just falls back down as the silver is moved out. We saw it once here. We saw it again here in early 2023, a big spike out from the eligible supply to the registered supply, and then it drains again. So this is the third time since 2022, since February 2022, this has happened. The last time in February, 2 times ago, actually in February, when this happened, when we were 39 million ounces, I said this thing that I boxed off here, this from here all the way down to here, that totals 21 million ounces. And it took 5 months for all that silver to be drained out of the registry. 21 million ounces in 5 months. How many million ounces are left in the JP Morgan registered supply? 17.5, less than the 21 million that was moved out in 5 months at similar prices to today. So we have, it looks like at this rate, less than a 5-month supply of registered silver at JP Morgan. And I believe they have about 10 million eligible ounces left, not counting the ounces that belong to SLV, which JP Morgan is the custodian of. So the silver supply is getting really, really low at JP Morgan.
Looking forward, the oversold conditions in gold and silver miners as potential investment opportunities. The silver market was undersupplied by 237.7 million ounces in 2022, according to the Silver Institute, and deficits are set to continue in the years to come. Farber maintains a bullish long-term outlook, while the market may experience short-term weakness. How can investors navigate these evolving dynamics and capitalize on opportunities in gold and silver? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you find this video informative, don't forget to show your support towards our channel by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay informed about our latest videos covering more exciting topics. Thank you for watching.